I made over 6 figures in my first full year of real estate, and I help agents every day do the same thing. So today I'm bringing you the 5 steps that you need to take to make 6 figures in your first year in real estate. All right, so the first thing you need to do is you need to gain confidence. The way that you gain confidence is by knowing the market inside and out. So how do you do that? Easy. You're going to go into your MLS. Most MLSs are going to have the market statistics, which show you what's the median and average sales price of a home, what's the average days on market, what is the list price to sold price ratio percentage. What are all of the data points that you need to know? Are we in a buyer's or a seller's market? These are things that you need to research and you need to know like the back of your hand, because you want to be able to discuss these intelligently with the people that you're talking to. I remember the first time I finally had a potential client. I met somebody at the grocery store. They saw my name tag that I was a real estate agent, and they said, "Hey, how's the market?" And I said, "It's good." That's not helpful. I just didn't know the market stats. And so I never wanted that to happen again. So I went and learned everything I could about my local market and the different price points and all of those data points, so that when I actually did have those real estate conversations, I could intelligently describe what is happening in the market. And when you know that information, now this boosts your confidence up so you feel more confident to have more conversations and convert more business. So sounds hard? Very easy. You just need to pay attention on what's happening. Look at what's hitting the market every day. So we call these the hot sheets in your MLS. See what's hitting the market every single day. See what's going pending and see what is closing. This will key you in on what's happening in the market too. Is the lower price points or the medium price points or the high price points? What is happening in the market? How does that affect the current buyers and sellers in the marketplace right now? So you want to gain that confidence. Number 2, you want to create presentations. So you're going to want to create a presentation for buyers and a presentation for sellers. This way, when you have the opportunity, because once you get the opportunity to talk to somebody about real estate, you are going to want to have a presentation that is tailored to their specific needs, and ultimately, why are you the best person to help them? What is your value proposition to them, right? And as a new agent, the greatest thing you can offer them is the knowledge of the market and that confidence in the market. So make these presentations. You've got your buyer presentation and your seller presentation, and you are going to provide all the data points, your value proposition, ultimately, why should they work for you, and wrap that all together so that when you do have the opportunity, now you've got this presentation and you can focus on them. Big mistake that I made and a lot of agents make when they first start out is they don't have that presentation down, so that when you do get the opportunity to go sit down at somebody's kitchen table and meet with them, you have no idea what to say. So I don't want that for you. I want you to be able to craft this presentation on exactly how you can help them to make the buyer and seller feel more confident that you are the right person for the job. Number 3, you are going to spend 2 to 3 hours every day prospecting for business. And you might be thinking, "Candace, I don't want to do that." Well, this is real estate. This is sales. We have to look for new business opportunities. A couple of ways to do this. So for me, I love to call people on the phone. I love expired listings because I know that those are listing opportunities that maybe they had an agent who didn't do a great job. Maybe the price was wrong, maybe the marketing was wrong, but I knew that they wanted to sell. So I love expired listings. But you might find that you don't love cold calling, but you love social media. So you are going to spend 2 to 3 hours a day prospecting for business on social media. So you really want to find 1 or 2 really good avenues where you can focus. You don't want to spread yourself too thin on a bunch of different things. I highly recommend finding what you enjoy to do, right? Maybe it's on the phone, maybe it's community events, maybe it's social media, but find those 1 or 2 avenues that you feel confident, that you love, that you can spend those 2 to 3 hours every day religiously. Block out your calendar and spend that time just talking to people about real estate. And guess what? Now you've done the work to know the market in and out, to have intelligent conversations about what's actually happening in the market. Then your next focus, so number 4, is setting appointments, okay? Because now you're the knowledge broker. You created confidence, you understand the market, you have your buyers and sellers presentations. Now you're spending that time focusing on prospecting for business. And when you're focusing on prospecting for business, the goal of that prospecting is to set appointments. And when you first start out, you want to talk to every single person and meet them face to face, every person that you possibly can. Meet them for coffee, meet them at their home, meet them at the office. It doesn't matter. Meet them somewhere. The reason I want you to focus on the appointments is because we don't want to just prospect to prospect for funsies, right? We're here to close business. The only way to close business and to sell real estate, because we are in a human business, is to meet with people. So focus on setting an appointment every day. Why focus on that every single day? Because it's going to push you as you are prospecting for business. It's going to push you to close. So if you're just calling to call, you're going to have a great conversation and say, cool, I'll call you later. I'll call you in 6 months. I'll follow up with you. But if you're focusing on setting that appointment, you're going to push. You're going to close a little harder. You're going to say, well, hey, I'd really love to get together with you for a couple of minutes to talk about a potential move when you're ready. Or I'd love to talk with you more about what's actually happening in the market. Do you have a couple of minutes? Would it be fair if we got together for just a little bit this week? What time works best for you? Oh, you're not sure you want to check your calendar? Not a problem. Why don't we just pencil you in? You're going to push harder for those closes. And when you're pushing, you're going to see what works and what doesn't work. So it's a little bit of a trial and error, to get in your groove. And so by forcing yourself to set an appointment every single day, you're getting out of your comfort zone. You're testing different things. You're seeing what's working, what's not working. And ultimately, you're finding more people to meet face to face. So have that goal, 1 appointment booked a day. Because think about this, you book the appointment, maybe they cancel. So if you book 5 appointments a week, only 3 people actually show up, and maybe only 1 of them actually wants to buy or sell right now. Now you've spent the week, you've got 1 new client. So that's why it's so important to focus on 1 appointment every day. Because if you are just booking 1 appointment a week or 1 appointment a month, how are you going to actually build a true pipeline of business? And that's why it's so important for you to get that 1 appointment every single day. And number 5, you are going to practice your skills like your life depends on it. Here's why. Is because when you first get in the business, I highly recommend scripts. Scripts are great because it's the framework of how to hold a conversation and how to bring people down the funnel to get them to the appointment, right? So The importance of practicing is, again, building that confidence and knowing what to say and how to say it. And you can't do it if you are not practicing, if you are not honing in on your craft. And pay attention. Have you ever met with a salesperson and they are so good at selling? Do you think that's the first time they've done that presentation? Absolutely not. They have practiced their skills, they've honed in on their craft, and they are a true master. That is the goal, for you to become a true master, because the goal is to make $100,000 in real estate in a year. Guess what? The average agent makes a whole lot less than that. So you are mastering your craft to become a true top producing real estate agent. And the way to do that is to practice like crazy. So I'm going to give you my top secrets of practicing and honing in on your craft. I want you, when you're working on your buyer and seller presentations, I want you to write it out word for word. This is going to seem like a tedious task. You're going to write out your entire presentation. Then you're going to read it out loud. Then you're going to figure out, okay, maybe this doesn't sound so great. Maybe I could, change a couple of words around. Okay, well, maybe I should do this first and then do that next. You're going to figure out what works the best for you. And then after you read it out loud, you're going to record yourself saying your presentation, and you are going to listen to it. Once you craft the perfect presentation, you're going to record that, and then you are going to listen to it over and over and over. And when you're riding in your car, you're going to listen to yourself saying it. So you're writing it, you're saying it out loud, and then you're listening to it back. And then what I want you to do, I want you to find either your spouse or friend or family member, and you are going to actually practice your presentation to them. Ask them for some constructive criticism. Hey, where could I be a little bit better in this? Where do I need to practice? How did that make you feel when I said this? Right? And you're going to really hone in on that. So practice your craft like your life depends on it. Practice like you are an NFL player preparing for the Super Bowl, or a basketball player practicing for the NBA championship, because ultimately every appointment that you have is a huge opportunity to convert that business and ultimately help them buy or sell a home, which is your goal. I hope you loved everything I shared with you today, the top 5 ways that you can earn $100,000 in real estate in a year. And I am putting a link below with my favorite scripts for you to use and practice. And make sure, if you love this content, that you like this video and subscribe to my content.